Hey Eurovision fans, Gåte have won Melodi Grand Prix and will represent Norway in Eurovision 2024 with their song Ulveham. We're going to listen back to the live performance from MGP and see could this get Norway their first top 3 finish since 2009. So let's kiki. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Tom. I'm an Irish Eurovision analyst and you can find all of this stuff on my Eurovision channel. So the final of MGP happened on Saturday. Very exciting affair. It came right down to the nail. Only 6 points between Gåte and Smthngnw in the end. Very exciting televote sequence. But in the end, Gåte are the winners and they will go to Malmö to represent Norway. So I've already done a reaction to their music video when I did my initial top 18 video for MGP, and then I also did a little bit of a talk about them when I did my final preview as well. So on this video, I'm going to be focusing a little bit more on the performance, the visuals, the live things. This is my first time going through the live performance with you. What have they got on screen? What could they maybe change to increase their chances of winning in Malmö? So fingers crossed I will be able to play the original audio. If not, I will put that up onto my Patreon. But I think last year NRK let me play the final performance. I can't remember. Okay, so this is Gåte singing Ulveham, one in my secret band. Oh, I'm saying Ulveham right. That's good. So really striking beginning with this close-up of the nyckelharpa. And people are going to be intrigued by this. They're going to be like, whoa, what is this? Lovely slow pans as well. This opening tableau to them at the side, Gunhild with this gorgeous light. And she's giving us energy between verses, so mystical. And this light, it's very severe and sinister. Nature visuals, beautiful, absolutely love it. This beautiful wide pan as well, we can see all 5 of them. Really great atmosphere building. Every single person giving total 100% performance for the whole song. And like we get close-ups of them when they're doing the harmony vocals. Just gives us a real sense of this is a team, this is 5 people together. Beautiful handwork, giving us a little bit of Madonna. Into our first chorus. Great shocking lights on the back. And the spinning platform works so well with the pause in the chorus. It's such a powerful chorus. And they don't give us all, they just give it a little taste on the first chorus. Really clever. Intrigued, people will be intrigued. Lovely use of these slow up. I love the camera work, it's really clever. And we see the members moving around behind her. It feels like a druid spell. Her vocals are perfection. She's super experienced. Intensity. She's got a wildness, a rawness in how she performs. Beautiful big note. Yeah, just everyone has got total commitment. There's so much energy and passion on the stage. That beautiful backwards wave, totally divine. I got chills now, I got butterflies. This is really magical. Beautiful light work, everything's going to improve between now and Eurovision. Yeah, people are going to be really shocked. This is new, it's different. This big ramp up in energy now. That getting down low, the lean back on the rock, totally iconic moment. That's going to blow people's socks off. That's their recap moment. Amazing, just amazing intensity, passion, everyone's rocking out. Just, wow, you can't watch this and not feel anything. Beautiful note at the end, absolutely just, wow, just chaos, but beautiful, organized, magical chaos. Just incredible, absolutely incredible. That's like the 4th time I've watched I can watch that performance 50 times. It is so freaking good. And if you saw my MGP semi-final 2 reaction video, This song was just not on my radar. It was 8th in my rankings. I thought it was fine. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was somewhere in the middle. And that performance just blew my socks off. It just elevated the absolute crap out of it. This is how you get people who are kind of on the fence onto your side, is that you give this magical, incredible style of performance. Let's start with the artists and the songs first. As a group, they are just total and utter quality, experience, talent. They've been together since 2000, which I think Gunhild was 15 when they started the group. I think they're roughly all the same age. They've been together for 24 years, and you can see that on stage. Their connection, the trust that they have, the comfort that they feel in each other. You don't see any awkwardness. There's no moment, you know, when you see someone looking at the ground, am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? They're all 100% in the moment. It just looks flawless. The intensity's there, the passion's there. They believe what they're singing. They've written it themselves, which is a big thing. If you've written your own song, you're gonna have more conveying of that emotion, that you really believe what you're talking about. It's just incredible. This is just top-notch performance ability. The song, like I said, it was 8th in my rankings when it first came out, but I would vote for that if I was watching Eurovision as a casual fan, because I just feel like that was amazing. What did I just watch? This is so unexpected, it's so different, it's so unique, it's something fresh and different. This is going to completely stand out. It is this mix of folk and kind of rock, heavier metal mixed together that just nobody else is doing. This is totally going to stand out in both the semi-finals and the final. It's got 100% ownership of that niche at this point in time. Who knows, we might get some songs later on, but at this point in time, this is so special. And this sound that they've created, that they've been singing now for 24 years, there's so much work. This performance didn't just appear out of thin air. This is 24 of practice, writing, singing together, teamwork, togetherness. This feels like a team of 5 people, and I don't just feel like all the focus is on Gunhild. I love seeing Magnus. Sorry, I don't know all their names yet. I know Magnus is the spiky hair guitarist. I will learn their names, but you look at Magnus and the other ones, one of them is spinning the guitar around his neck. We've got Magnus getting really deep onto the ground. It's just so entertaining to watch all 5 of them. It's overload. When I was doing that review, I had a million things I wanted to say, but I was trying to edit down into the main things, the main feelings that I had. And I think a lot of people tune into Eurovision to see this, something new and different they've never seen before. I feel like I'm getting to know what Norwegian culture is a little bit with the Nyckelharpa. This tweet here, Gunhild and Gåte is doing a song technique called kvedding. Her shouting, singing at the refrain is what I would call cowking. In old days, it was a way for the shepherd girl to collect the herd. It's super cool. I didn't know that, and it sounds different to me, but it also sounds like a kind of ritualistic, medieval type of thing. I love the historical feel that this has. And that key moment for me is when she leans back onto the rock and sings up, and the light coming from behind. And that lighting is going to look more expensive in Eurovision, and that's going to be a super wow moment that people are going to vote for. And it's also the recap moment, that 10 to 15 seconds that people get when their voting lines are open. Already done. That's definitely it. So lyrically, Gåte had some trouble with this. Apparently the lyrics are taken from some old folk tale or something like that, so they had to change it the week before the final, which is obviously really intense. I haven't been able to find them yet, but I've got a short translation from Eurovision World. I'll read it out to you. So, Ulveham is wolfskin. I was such a fair and sightly maiden, with an evil stepmother, my mother she died. She turned me into a sword and needle and sent me off to the king's estate, and the wrath my stepmother felt the most when all the greatest ones liked me best. She gave me a skin like a grey wolf. She cursed me to walk alone in the woods, and I would never be whole and good until I could drink my brother's blood. So this has got a really super cool, like, fairy tale fable meaning to it, and I felt like they got that across on stage. Obviously I didn't pick out the specific meanings of the wolf skin and this betrayal from a stepmother. If they want, they can maybe try and portray that in imagery, but I don't think it's necessary. I get the mood, I get the vibe. Definitely there's a vibe to this song. It's not vibeless. Let's talk a little bit about the performance. I have almost no notes. Like, usually when I go into these reviews, I'm like, okay, I'd like them to change this costume and maybe change these lights around a little bit. I have no notes. I literally do not know how to improve this. Obviously, everything's going to get a little bit more expensive. Maybe a little bit more expensive costumes. For example, the ring in the middle, some of the plants on that maybe just look a little bit not immersive. I would like something that looked like a complete rock with complete plants in it, so it looks like she's literally in nature, whereas right now it does look like a modern wheel with some plants put on top. So small things like that can be elevated, but Lighting, I love the lighting. I love a lot of the pans. I love the nature lines that come down the screen. Those look great. I wouldn't even change those. I don't even think they can look better. I love the reverse wave. Things freezing and unfreezing. It's just, this is like A for me. And maybe they can make it into an A+, but to be at an A at this stage when you've got like 3 months left and Norway's reputation for providing an entertaining show, like this could be an A++. Plus Gåte are gonna have loads of ideas because they've been together for 24 years, they're touring, they're a big group. They're gonna have a lot to say. This is a real magical pairing between a really great group and a good delegation. I know lots of people don't like the Norwegian delegation because they're quite outspoken. I like them. I think they do a really excellent job and they care and they give us a great national final every year. So I'm super excited about this. How do I think this will do at Eurovision? Well, for the juries, I'm not so sure. We saw in the MGP final that Denmark and Netherlands both gave this 0. It also got a lot of 12s as well. I think it's going to be a little bit divisive like that. I've had quite a few people leaving me comments on Twitter and also on my YouTube channel saying that they just don't like it. It just doesn't register at all, this style of singing. A little bit reminded me of Blanca Paloma last year, where some people just got it and some people just didn't like that pitch or whatever the style of singing was. They didn't enjoy it. So I think this could have the same effect where it's probably going to get a couple of 12s from the jury, and then some juries will probably just give it 0. I did my grand final jury analysis video last year where I talked about how much power does one juror have, and I showed in that video that even if someone ranks you last, if the other 4 jurors are ranking you pretty high, you can still get points. Even just one juror putting you in their top 3, you've got a pretty high chance of getting some points. Remember, there's 5 jurors for each country. As long as one juror loves this, that's enough to get points. If 2 jurors love it, you're looking at getting some pretty decent points. If 3 jurors love it, you're probably going to be getting 10, 8 or 12. So yeah, the jury's a little bit more of an unknown quantity. For the televote, Norway have this incredible record in the televote, the top 13 the last 5 years. I don't see that changing. This is going to have a massive appeal. It's super interesting, unique, all the things I said earlier. It's going to get people's attention. They're going to sit through it. Some people are going to hate it, but those people can't vote against it. The jury can vote against it. They can drag it down. Televote can't. You can only vote for it. I think people would pick up their phones for this because it's exciting, exhilarating. I wasn't in love with the song. I would have voted for this. I genuinely would have voted because I feel like it was a cultural experience. And imagine then people who love the song. I do like the song. I just don't love it. But people who love the song, imagine how they're going to feel when they see this. They're going to go absolutely insane and they're going to vote for this 5, 10, 15 times. So this is definite top 10 in the televote for me. And could this possibly win the televote? Who knows? Norway have a great record at getting at the top of the televote. They know what they're doing. So I have a lot of trust in them. I feel like they bring a great production while still managing to keep a Norwegian identity. So yeah, if this does well in the jury and the televote, obviously that means this could be a contender to win. Do I think this is going to win at this point? No, probably not. But I think it can be in a discussion about who can win or not. Like there's some songs that are just like, no, this is not in a discussion to win. I'm sorry, it just isn't. This could potentially be, if some things go its way. If this is the only folk rock song in the final, that's obviously going to help. If it gets second half, if they get a good draw, there's lots of ifs that potentially mean this could be a contender. My main thing is this is Norway going forward. They're sending something different. It's the first song in Norwegian since 2006. It's the first non-pop song since 2006. Some people saying to me that Silent Storm is not pop. I don't get that. Silent Storm is a pop ballad for me personally, but that's just differing opinions. And they've really had this reputation lately for sending kind of like very televote bait, goofy, fun songs. This is something really different. It's more serious. It's folk rock. It's in Norwegian. I just like that Norway are trying something new. And even if it doesn't work, this is a super cool risk, very similar to Ireland. Risks don't always have to pay off immediately to be worth it. I think no matter how this does, it'll make MGP next year more interesting because it'll have broadened the horizons of what can win MGP. I think this can definitely be a contender to be in the top 3. And if it doesn't, I think it sets the stage for the coming years that Norway can get that first top 3 finish since 2009. Let's have a quick look at Norway's 10-year record, and we can see that, as I said, 7 top 10 finishes in the last 10 years. No top 3s though, so definitely coming up with this new strategy, trying out both a new genre and a new language is very welcome. Who knows, maybe this could help with their jury problem. They do so well with the televote, but they just don't do as well with the jury. Maybe this could be the year that their jury and televote scores are equal. And is this going to qualify? Yes, this is qualifying 100%. Just look at Norway's qualification record. They've qualified the last 6 years in a row. only that one time with Agnieszka in 2016, which I thought was an amazing song and should have qualified. But yeah, staging was a tiny bit off, and I think some people found that song a little bit jarring. They've got the third best qualification streak in the contest behind Ukraine, who are 100%, and Sweden, who aren't in the semi-finals this year. Norwegian delegation know what they're doing. This is absolutely definitely qualifying. There are now 9 slots left in the semi-final number 2. So let's take a look at the odds, and we can see at this point in time, Norway are in 9th. So I think they were in 12th and they went up to 9th, and now they've hovering around that. Top 10 at this point in time is a really, really great sign. Obviously, I think some people who are betting are waiting to see what else is in the final, because if we have a couple other folky songs, like for example Estonia, we have Feibanust and Pull Up, different vibe. Obviously that's more upbeat, but it still does have kind of that Nordic traditional feel that could slightly affect Norway's televote. So if that doesn't win in Istilau, that would help Norway quite a bit. And we're also seeing, are there any other countries that might bring an ethnic sound? Okay, so let's have a look at what the community thinks. And if we look at the community scoreboard, we see that Norway are currently in 2nd behind Ukraine and just ahead of Slovenia. Quite a sizable lead there. And they were leading until the Ukraine results were announced on Sunday. So another year where it looks like Norway are going to be really strong on the scoreboard and probably ending up in the top 10. So Norway are delivering. They're one of my favorite countries in Eurovision. I think you probably know that if you've watched my channel before, and I'm 100% behind this entry. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited to see it on the stage. I will very happily sit through their performance 10, 20, 40 times. Okay, what did you think about Gåte singing Ulveham? What did you think about the fact that they had to change the lyrics? Do you care? Did you even notice? How do you think they can make the staging even better? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much to Mitch G for supporting me on PayPal, and also to CL, Hero and Anonymous for supporting me on Buy Me a Coffee. I am a full-time content creator, so if you want to support the channel, I'll have links for you in the description down below. And of course, thank you to my patrons all over the world for patronizing me. On my Patreon, you can get the original audio when my videos get copyrighted. You can also get some previews, some early releases, and you can be part of our My Eurovision Scoreboard group. So go check that out. But of course, thank you so much just for watching, and maybe leaving a like and maybe sharing that video. And thanks so much for watching. I'm seeing another Eurovision analysis video very soon. Goodbye. Blah, 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 blah.